If you want to create an image with a Pengilley effect, you need to prep the image before you try and apply any kind of filter. You must look at the image as a painter would look at the image and do all of the prep work necessary before you try and alter the image using a plugin. If I was a painter and I was going to paint this scene and I had set up my easel, there are certain things in this image that I definitely would not include. One is the metal post here, the other metal post back here, these branches over here. They're all very distracting and they do nothing to lead your eye towards the center of interest. I would also take this brush out of the front here because I'd want a nice clean strong line. I'd also extend the rocks up along the base and bring the brush way down so that again the center of interest would be well isolated in the image. The image is also distorted and I'd want to change or fix the distortion. If I come down and we look over here at the lighthouse, we can see the lighthouse is fairly level. But if we come down to the bell house, we can see that it's crooked. So I would have to distort the image to get this straight and maintain the straightness here, which if the picture is crooked like this, it really bugs the subconscious, and no artist would ever paint intentionally a crooked image like this unless they were trying for that effect. The other thing, as a painter, I would extend the buildings vertically to give them a little bit more power. They look a little squat and compressed in this image, so I'd move them up probably 10-15% in height. Then you'd have to go in as a Photoshop person and sharpen, clean, correct, take care of all of those little items. And then you'd be ready to start working on your Pengilley effect. And this is more what we'd end up with. We can see how much better the contrast and color is in the image. We can see how we've cleaned out that brush and taken out those things that were very distracting, and we've really set this up as a strong center of interest. We've moved in and cropped the image to put more emphasis on this object. We're getting rid of this dead space out here that's not doing anything. And in the correction of the perspective, we've managed to make the lighthouse and the bell tower about the same height. And then we have vertically extended the items to get more height to make them look a little bit more majestic. So now we're ready to start adding our Pengilley effects. So what you have to think is, if you're going to try and use Pengilley effects to enhance your images, you need to approach the image the same way a painter would, by really thinking about what you want to include in the image, what you want to exclude in the image, what kind of perspective you want. All of the things that the painter has the freedom to do, you would want to think about before you even started to try and create a Pengilley effect for your image.